Hey fellas, I've got something incredible to share with you. I was recording some video of the sky in the infrared when this tic-tac shaped object came into view flying low, and then it clearly became aware of my presence and activated this amazing infrared cloaking device, which I should stress is a technology so advanced that it's beyond what the most advanced aliens have learned from both rectal probing and cow mutilation combined. You know, after they'd mastered all that interstellar travel stuff. Now, I should stress that the footage here is actually 100% genuine. Now, thermal cameras see heat. So what you can see here is when the object comes into view, it's hot. And then, instantly, once it starts being observed, it vanishes. Its heat signature vanishes. There's nothing that we know that can do that.
And nobody's paying attention to this. I mean, this seems like a watershed moment. I mean, we have all this tape of objects defying the known laws of physics right next to U.S. military installations. The military admits it. Why is this not page one news everywhere?
So I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. When I looked back up in the sky, I couldn't see anything. So there must have been this strange warp field effect where the object had shot off at hypersonic velocities, defying the laws of physics as we know them. And there wasn't even a sonic boom, proving even more that this must have been alien technology. Now, this camera cost about $10,000, and I'm pretty much an expert on infrared cameras. Oh, germanium. Now we're in for a treat. So as you see, it's beautiful and reflective in the visible, but in the infrared, it's pretty transparent. Yeah, there's a bit of mirroring on it, you know. But yeah, if I put that straight over the infrared camera, you see through it pretty well. Whereas if I do exactly the same thing with the visible camera, yeah. And I've never seen anything like this. So it must have been from another planet, right? The amazing thing is if this were actually being presented as actual evidence for aliens, this would be kind of top 10 stuff. Hang on, no, that's not true. If it was like this, then it would be top 10 evidence for aliens. As it stands, it's at least as compelling as any of the Pentagon released infrared video. You know, in terms of evidence for off-world craft. So I'm curious to all those UFOologists out there. Let's see if you can tell me what's going on here. Let's play a little game of role reversal here. Let's start with the assumption that this is something terribly mundane. And given the most egregious clue ever, let's see if you can explain what's actually going on here. Or maybe this is good evidence that this must have been from another world. You know, I mean, it couldn't be something as mundane as a plane coming into land or something. Oh, and by the way, the men in black also turned up shortly after this and confiscated all of my kit. You know, they were from a combined unit of both the FBI and the CIA, despite the fact that I'm living in Europe. But they absolutely made it clear that this was something that the general public just wasn't ready for. But the one thing that was absolutely clear is they wanted you not to know about this video here. But they didn't know that I'd concealed a spare copy of the video in that special Pulp Fiction place. So this is all the video you're gonna get to work out what's going on here. And this one is especially for all those UFOologists who were so offended by me doing basic maths on the actual information in the video to show that this is a duck or something. You know, people who were so offended that, you know, oh, I'm going to have to trust the fighter pilot over, say, for instance, the actual evidence of the video combined with the information in the video. You know, that it's about the size of a bird, traveling at about the speed of a bird, and flapping its wings, kind of like a bird. I look forward to you giving me your seal of approval that this genuine footage here is actually evidence of aliens. And hey, if it makes you feel any better, consult as many fighter pilots as you want. And of course, consult the Pentagon.
Somebody in the Pentagon must have. They say we don't want to hypothesize about this. That's fine. But there must be, in the Pentagon, a best assessment. And there must be a view of what they're ruling out. We should be told.
Because if the Pentagon don't tell you what it is, then it's got to be aliens. And for everyone else who is itching to know what this actually is, sorry, but you're going to have to wait for the next video, which will be coming out this weekend, which will be busting the remaining Pentagon UFO video. But if you do know some people who are really into the UFO stuff, please send this video to them to see if they can actually tell me what's going on here. You know, maybe just to engender in them a little bit of cynicism, that maybe you should be really suspicious when a video cuts off at a really convenient point. You know, what did the next 10 seconds of video actually look like? So give me a thumbs up for the first UFO positively not identified on this channel. And I'm not going to be putting this in the Patreon supported feed. Busted videos, yes. UFO sightings come for free.